Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be going over the Tony Stewart sprint car racing game. Before you guys do get into the video, and I do give you the pros and cons about this game, if you guys could leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on more content on this game in the future. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now we're going to go over the pros of this game first. The first thing I'd like to say, and the best thing I think, is the game is only $30. Usually PlayStation games or even Xbox, any console, is $60 when a game comes out. That's normally the standard price. So the fact that that is cut in half is an absolute plus. Everybody likes to save money, and I know I do. So that's a plus for me. The game's only $30 instead of $60. Whenever the price is cheaper, that's automatically a plus. The next thing is the customization is really well put together. You can customize a bunch of different things like your car, your actual driver, all the sponsors, different colors of your car and everything like that. Everything is completely customizable. There's a bunch of different colors and it's really cool. You can basically kind of create your own car and your own character, and it's really cool. You can match, your suit and your car. It's super cool, and there's a bunch of customization, and I think that's really good to have in a game like this, considering there's not too much that you can add and stuff like that, but they did a really good job at adding a bunch of stuff, so there's stuff to change, and you don't have the same looks every single race, the same cars. You can literally change the car up whenever you want and just customize it whenever you want when you don't like it, so it's super cool, and I actually really enjoy that. The next thing is the different car series. If you don't know what I mean, if you go into the career mode, you can actually do a career with 3 different types of classes of sprint cars. Some of them don't have a wing. Some of them are just the regular 410 sprint cars. So it's really cool. There's 3 different classes that you get to use, and those are all cool. You can have a season mode with all 3 of them at once, rather than only having to do one at a time. So that's really cool. The ability to customize all the settings in the career mode is also another plus, I think. If you go on, you get to basically select, your basic, easy, normal, expert, the different driving difficulties and, AI difficulties. But when you are customizing it, you can customize it completely how you want it. You could have the difficulty on hard and have cautions on, full time whenever anybody spins out, cautions on. Or you could have it on easy and have no cautions. You can have, a whole bunch of different settings changed, and it's really cool. So I like that a lot. You can change the different track lengths from different lengths of 50% up to 75%, or you can do the whole 100%, and it's up to like 30 lap races, which is kind of ridiculous. It's super long. It makes it like an actual experience type thing. So there's a bunch of different settings that you can customize rather than just clicking easy, normal, hard. It's more than just that, so that's really cool. The general career mode, I feel like, is just put together really well. I absolutely love it. The way that it keeps track of all the points, it keeps going by week to week. After every week, you have to pay to repair your car, or you can just replace that part and buy a whole new one. Just the whole career mode, how they have it set up, and like I said, how you can do all 3 of this different classes of cars is really cool. And I just am completely enjoying the career mode. That's literally all I've really been playing, is the career mode, because of how fun it is. The next thing and the final thing for the pros that I really like is the game is super difficult. If you guys are watching the gameplay in the background, you guys will see I am not winning these races easy. Like, it's not just me being out by 10 seconds and having a lead like that. Like, it's not like that. If you actually put it on a difficulty and you start from the beginning and stuff like that, it is very hard. At first, your car is not that good. The difficulty's obviously up. It's hard to win races. It's hard to control your car, and it's a hard game to start off with. It's not just I jump into this game, it's super easy, the controls are easy, and boom, I'm winning every single race. It's not like that. So I like that, because most racing games, I find that they can be way too easy sometimes, and then once they're way too easy, it just ruins the game, because every single race you're just way out in front, and I just don't like that. So the fact that it's difficult, and I'm actually sitting here like trying to drive and get first place or get in the top 5 even, like, I just really enjoyed that, actually. It makes the seasons better. It makes, having a championship and having like 35 different races in your championship actually really interesting, because you can go from literally like last to first, and you can go vice versa, first to last, and it's just super cool, because there's so many different races, and the difficulty is actually hard, so you're not finishing first every single race if you have the difficulty obviously up enough. And if you're on the expert difficulty and you're winning every race, well then I don't know what game you should be playing, because this game I feel like is one of the more difficult racing games, especially sprint car games, that I've played. So those are the pros of this game. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way to the cons. The number one thing I noticed, if you guys have ever played previous sprint car games, there's been dirt that goes on the screen as you race. You know, you get behind a different driver and the dirt would go on your screen. That is not in this game, and I don't know why. I feel like that's something that should definitely be added, because when you're driving and racing in real life, there's going to be dirt that gets on your helmet, and that's why they have tear-offs. And that's my second point here for the cons. There's no tear-off button in it, so you can't, like, you know, use it like the older games where I remember there's a PlayStation 2 game where the dirt would get on your screen and you'd have so many tear-offs per race, depending on, you know, what race it is. If it was the heat race, you'd maybe only have 5 tear-offs. If it was the feature, you'd have, you know, 15, 10, depending on how many laps you put it to. So the fact that they don't have that, I feel like that's kind of dumb, just personally, because that's something that drivers use in real life. They use tear-offs in real life. And to not add that in the game, I think that's probably one of the cons that I wish they would have. Although sometimes it is annoying because, you know, you have the dirt on your screen. But still, I just think that's just something I feel like should be added to this game that was not added. And could be possibly something they add in the future. Maybe not, probably not, but that's one thing. The next thing I would say is the cars are hard to flip, and when you do flip them, the mechanics of it just seem very arcadey. They don't seem like a real simulation where the car, you know, the wings, you know, crumbles up and, you know, whatnot. It just seems too arcadey. It's hard to even flip the cars, to be honest. Like, you could drive down the straightaway and nail a guy and they won't flip. They'll just spin out or something. So I think it's way too hard to flip the car, and when you do, the wing and the damage overall isn't that good. I'm doing a season mode with full damage, and it seems like the car just doesn't get as damaged as much as it should. Like, I'll bounce off other drivers and I don't have damage to my car or anything. So I think that needs to be adjusted, because that's probably another thing. Especially, like I said, I'm on a full damage on my season and it's still like that. So I could see if it was maybe like, you know, there's a setting for only half the damage. I could see if it was like that, but with full damage, I feel like if you're hitting a bunch of drivers, if you're, you know, even flipping your car, like, that should be, your wing's going to be destroyed. You know, your car's going to get destroyed. The tires are going to get, you know, destroyed. But that just doesn't happen in this game, so I think that's one of the cons in my personal opinion. Now, the next two aren't serious and major ones, and I'll explain here why in a sec, but the first one is the track announcers are annoying. I don't know how many times I'm in a race and I hear the same exact announcement about going to the concession stand and helping them raise money for the track. Like, the amount of times that it says that is ridiculous, and if you play this game, or if you ever watch gameplay or just whatever of this game, you'll understand after a while. It is the most annoying thing ever. They just say the same couple lines. It's probably maybe 10 different lines that they say, if 10, that's being generous. I don't even know if there's that many. And it's just super annoying. If you guys have ever played any sports game like Madden or FIFA, the games just talk and the announcers can be really annoying. Well, yeah, that's one of this games. You can turn them off, so that's the good thing. You don't have to have it talking. But I personally think that it's just really annoying, and if you're going to add that the track talks, I think they should have added a couple more lines maybe. I guess it's not the biggest of deals, like I said, because you can turn it off, but it is just really annoying to hear the same exact announcement like 5 times within like a 10 to 20 lap race. Like, it's just not necessary. And then the next thing, which this isn't the biggest deal because the price is $30, but the graphics could be a little bit better. They could be a little bit more in depth. The scenery outside the track isn't, you know, the greatest. You could tell it's not as great of a game, and that's why it's $30 graphic wise, I should say, not like playing wise. Playing wise, the game is absolutely really fun, but graphic wise, you could tell it's a $30 game compared to like if you'd pay and get a $60 game that takes longer to be developed, takes more and everything like that. But it's not like the graphics are terrible. I just feel like it could be a little bit better for being on a PlayStation 4. But like I said, the game is $30. You're getting what you're paying for, and I honestly don't think it's, you know, game breaking or anything like that. It's not something that you're not going to buy the game over. It's really not that bad, but it is one thing that I could say that could be improved in the future if they would want to make another game in the future like this. So those are going to be the cons for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, leave a like and also subscribe for more content like this in the future. This is just my personal list of the game. If I would give this game a rating, I'd honestly, it's probably like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I love sprint car games. I've always played them since I've been a kid, and this game is just really fun, honestly. Like I said, the career mode is really fun. It's got online. It's got a whole bunch of different things. So the fact that they just actually made a sprint car game is really good in my opinion. And I think they did do a really good job on this. Like I said, there's the couple cons, but that is my personal opinion. You may like, some of the cons. The fact that you don't have dirt on your screen or tear-offs, you might like that because it's annoying to deal with. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion. But this is a before you buy of Tony Stewart's Racing. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic rest of your day, and hopefully this did help you out if you guys are struggling on whether you should buy this game or not. So yeah, without further ado, hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And until the next time, peace.